Okay, so I've shared three videos around the whole process from positioning to go to market to the growth machine. I just wanted to go a little bit deeper into the positioning phase. We follow this color-coded method to understand jobs to be done, the gains, the pains, the workarounds, or the alternatives. Now, at the heart of all of this activity, if you recall, we look for some kind of foundational information, the commercial benefits, the commercial objectives, the category fundamentals, the role for market and the drivers and the blockers. That information is captured in the first workshop. So we have a number of workshops with you, and it tends to be about four. And the first is always about the foundational insights and the objectives. So we look to capture as much of the core information as we can really quickly and efficiently. Now, the big area that we're seeking all the time is looking at the what we call the four insights, the major insights that we'll be seeking across this whole process. Those four insights are here. So in the objective phase and workshop, in the foundation and insights workshop, we try to capture broadly into these four buckets. The vision. What is the future that you're creating? What is the amazing shift that you're seeking to achieve through your activities? The real problem is, what is the fundamental issue that the buyers have? And it may not be that they're comparing one product to another. Often what we see is the buyer's real problem is an internal alignment one, or a perception that they can't acquire any more technology right now, or that they are sold on the category and they understand they need to be going there in the next 5 years, but they can't work out how to get there, right? So sometimes it's not about you beating them over the head with the what we call the what. This is what we do, this is what we do, this is what we do. Most buyers struggle with the how. They go, yeah, we know that CRM will make things easier if we just install a really smart CRM system. But how is it going to work with all of our different teams across the business? When you're doing B2B, it's all about the how. So the real problem is often rooted in the how. How are we going to create the efficiencies in our business? How are we going to deploy this digital transformation that we're trying to deploy? The alternative, which is the brown, which is the workarounds and the competitors and everything, we call it the alternative simply because it's a catch-all for all of those elements. It's kind of what's happening in the market, what competitors doing. The alternative can often be, I'll just employ more people to solve this problem, or we'll outsource it to an agency or a supplier. We'll get a consultancy in to solve the problem for us over a 12-month period, and they'll take 5 million in fees. So it's kind of understanding what's the alternative, what are you up against. The product piece it comes out in something we call the new thing. Now the new thing is you need to be newsworthy, so it's a new thing. Now we're not going to start competing around product feature this or product feature that. What we end up looking for is something that positions the transformation you're selling in a new way, so that customers can see that there's a new way of doing it, a better way of doing it. Often that's related to the how, and often it's about exploiting a market weakness. Maybe there's some older incumbents, or there's a lot of fragmentation, and the simplicity that you're selling is bringing it all together. Whatever that product new thing is, we pull it together into a value proposition, and you can see here that the value proposition is kind of created through all of these insights. So our new thing helps this segment who want to get these jobs done by removing these pains and increasing these gains, unlike the alternative or the workaround. Now, when you can do that for each segment, you have the beginnings of a positioning. You don't have a positioning. What you then need to do is put it together and unlock a little bit of creativity, whereby you've understood that you can come to what we call a provocative point of view, that the target audience's needs in context with the competitive context, through the filter of this new thing, and understanding your vision, gives you a certain perspective in the market. We stand for this. And once you have that provocative point of view, your strategy kind of writes itself. You end up having this really clear energy that is attractive to buyers.